All right, we live,
We're
baby.
back.
We are
We're back.
back.
We're
Bigger, better than
back,
ever.
y'all. First of all, I want to apologize to my fans, not his fans. The
Okay.
reason it took us so long to get back is that my son didn't want to pay me. I had to go into a contract dispute with him because my son is a cheap blank.
And who
But
did I get that from?
we got it straightened out. He paid me about 8 more robes just like this one, and now I'm ready to go. So if y'all got any hate mail that y'all want to send about this, send it to him, not me, because it wasn't my fault. Now on with the show. On with the show.
You see, we got a new season, same dad. You know what I'm saying? He's still lying on me, talking about my
What?
business isn't right. Pops,
What?
I got all my business sense from you. I'm only doing what you taught me. I got to lowball my talent.
Well, it's straightened out now.
Okay. Well,
Let's get
as long
on
as
with
my
the
people got you
show.
right, man, that's all that matters, man. But we 39 and
Let's
32,
get on
Pops,
with the show.
headed to the playoffs. 39 and 32 and headed to the playoffs. Last year we won 14 games. What type of turnaround is this, Pops? How got you feeling, man?
What a difference a year makes. What a difference a
This,
year makes.
this 1 year.
Like we had to clean house, and it's working.
Yeah, it's working. So what do you think? Give me your top 3 reasons for the turnaround, you think?
One, we got rid of Weaver.
Mm,
Two, we got rid of that coach because he wasn't interested. You know what
he
I'm
wasn't.
saying?
He
He
wasn't.
wanted to be someplace else. Number three, we got some competent veterans around Cade.
Mm,
I know you said three, but the fourth one, Cade taking off.
yeah.
He got more complimentary players around him, and the boy is going off. He's almost averaging a triple double, man. Like
Yeah.
people comparing him to Luca. It's like Cade, Cade is doing it. Cade is doing it. You know what? If Ivy wouldn't have went down,
Who?
we
If
might be the third or second seed in the East.
we might, I can't see us being better than Boston or Cleveland. That's still that's the peak of the mountain right there. And the amount of talent that they got is absurd. But we getting
No,
close to them.
hey, I don't care. If you go dream hard.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
overtake Cleveland and Boston.
Oh man,
You know
pops,
what
I
I'm
didn't miss.
saying?
I missed your optimism, man. Your Piston
Hey, hey, hey,
optimism, bro,
hey,
is still
hey,
there.
hey, hey, hey. Put the pedal to the metal. Put
Yeah.
the pedal to the metal. Let's go hard. Let's go
So, so,
hard.
only point that I might disagree with you is, and no, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with none of your points. But what I will say is Troy did draft a talent that we are now seeing shine. So he does deserve a little bit of credit. But
Oh,
his Achilles heel
this
was
much.
his Achilles
This
heel was
much.
his free agent signing. As good as he could draft, that's how bad he was when it came to picking free agents. He just was picking old over the hill bums to team up with Cade, and it's just like, bruh, we
Like
brought Joe Harris in. Joe Harris?
half of the team that we had last year is out of the league.
Yeah. Oh,
Half the team we had last year now is out of the league.
that's saying something, man. Uh, you know, one of my hot
Yep.
takes.
Killian Hayes was our starting guard.
Yeah, getting more tick than Ivy. I truly believe Monty Williams was one of the worst. Well, no, he was the worst coach I ever experienced. He was terrible, man, and he really drove our team into the ground. Just the difference with having Bickerstaff, who you see is fired up, getting teased, getting fines. He cares. He's going to bat for his guys,
Hey,
and I feel like that whole thing, it's contagious. That type of energy is contagious. It's trickling down from down the Cade, Beasley. got to be one of our best free agent signings of all time. You know, he fits the culture so well. The shoot and getting the shimmy on, you know what I'm saying? I'll be shimmying in my seat too, man. You know, Beasley, I'm so happy we got him. Yeah, man, things is looking bright for us right now.
I have to agree. Like Monty never got a tech. In fact, you had to kick Monty in the leg to wake his ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Monty be on
This
the
man
bench
was
like,
this man was sleep at the switch. He was sleep
yeah,
at the switch, son.
yeah, he was, man.
Yeah,
So right now, we look like we're a pretty good lock for that 6th seed.
it looks like it, man.
We got 12 games left. Uh,
And we got a 5 game cushion on the people behind us.
right, right.
But damn, we got to stop losing to people like the Mavericks and the Wizards.
Yeah,
We can't lose them games.
yeah, you're right. Those
Can't
two
lose them
really
games, man.
those two really did hurt us. You know, we're going up against NBA players, NBA talent every night. You can't take a night off in this league, you know.
Right, right. Like
Yeah,
they went into the Mavericks thinking that was gonna be a gimme game.
yeah.
The same thing they went into the Wizards game. Like the Wizards was pissed because we whipped that ass that first game.
Mm-hmm.
They was pissed. We whipped that ass and was talking shit.
Yeah.
So they was pissed. You know.
Yeah. You know, this is a position that a lot of our young guys never been in before. They, you know, they used to having to punch up. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a position where, bro, you can't take anything for granted. You know, we're a good team, but we're not good enough to flip any switches yet. We don't have that.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
So you gotta hit teams in the mouth every game. Don't matter who you playing. We playing Boston. We playing OKC. We got to treat Washington just like them and you know get the job done. Um,
right.
Me personally, I want to hold tight for the 6th seed and play the Knicks first round. We gonna get the Knicks trouble. I don't want to match up.
We would get a Knicks hell.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a very winnable series for us. I think we could shock the world doing a little 4-2 on the Knicks. The Knicks just seem like they don't match well with our toughness. They don't got our grit. That's one of my things too that I would put in one of the biggest reasons for this turnaround is this scrappiness. We got an identity for
We
sure.
scrappy. Like Carl Anthony Towns is starting to get a little tougher in there.
Yeah.
Like if he continues to play with the grit that he's been playing with lately, we might have some problems. But hey, man, we're gonna go in there like a buzz saw through butter.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You know, I want to definitely try to avoid you know, it's the playoffs, so we can't duck no fades. But I want
No,
to get our
no.
I want to get our playoff legs under us and start with the
Yeah,
Knicks, you
yeah.
know, before we get to the Milwaukee's, Cleveland's, or the Boston's. You know what I mean?
Also, people talking about add another star. We gonna add another star when Ivy get well. That's another 20-point
That
player.
that's the star, right?
Yes.
You know, I'm in the same boat as you are. Just
Like
wait for
like
Ivy to come back. I keep hearing about you know, Booker trying to bring Booker in. No, just wait for Ivy to come back, you
right,
know?
just wait for Ivy to come back. Like we need to look at our power forward position. Tobias is only there for another season.
Yeah.
So we need, like we don't have a backup.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like Fontecchio, he's all right, but
Yeah.
that's that position is screaming for an upgrade.
It is.
So we need something at power forward. I don't know that much about Bobby Clinton.
Yeah.
Maybe he could be a backup next season, but we need a starting caliber power forward. So if we drafting somebody, yeah, I've heard us linked with some 7-foot college senior, in the draft or whatever, but
Okay.
he shouldn't be replacing Stewart or Duran.
Yeah.
He'll replace B-Ball Reed. You
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm. One thing I gotta do too, here live on air, is apologize to my man Beef Stew. I've been hard on you for the last couple years, Beef. You know, you didn't make me a believer, man, and I'm happy that you part of the team. I see the intangibles that you bring, the toughness that you bring. and it's much needed on this team. And yeah, Beef, keep doing your thing. His defensive stats are very impressive. You know, he's not leading the league in shot blocks, but in terms of opponent defense, opponent field goal percentage down in the paint, he's top three. You know what I'm saying? He's holding opposing centers to low percentages when they get the ball in the paint. He's disrupting stuff down there. He's going. He don't matter if he get yammed on. He going for the block every single time. He trying to block
Yeah,
your.
like the same way you felt about Stewart, I felt about Durant. You know, he's still a young boy, but he wasn't showing me what I needed to see. And lately, he has been showing me what I need to see. He's almost averaging a double double. He must be learning from Stewart because he's getting them blocks up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they both have learned what they need to learn. The next thing we need to learn is you can't take any team for granted. The
Yeah.
Pistons ain't got no on switch. They need
No,
they
no.
need to, they need to come out of the gate on. We
Yeah.
can't be getting down in no first quarters.
Yeah.
No, no, and no.
Yeah. You're right. Like you said, we don't got the talent. You know what I'm saying? Cade, I would honestly say Cade is he's definitely top 5 point guards in the NBA right now.
Amen.
You know, and I don't even think that's arguable to say that. I just, his all around game. You talking about
Amen.
scoring, assists, rebounds, and his defense. He gets some clutch blocks and steals. You know, his Achilles heel still is them turnovers, boy. That man,
But he's high usage. Those
yeah,
turnovers stuff, he's high usage.
but it's the timeliness of his turnovers that get me. You know what I mean? I don't care if you get 5, 6 turnovers, but that 2 minute mark, he gets way too many turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Game on the
I hear you.
line, or
I,
two
I hear you.
minutes they pressuring him. He gets ripped way too easy in them moments. You know what I'm saying? Just tighten that up, man. And boy, K, I'm just happy we got him, man. That last game winner he hit on Bam. I was going crazy on that, man. He's definitely poised, the leader that we deserve, man. Man, I'm just so happy. Yeah, we back.
I'm
Well,
excited too. Have you heard anything about the Hardaway injury? Any update? You heard anything?
yeah, I heard that it's gonna be 2 to 3 weeks that he's gonna
Okay.
be out. It's not nothing too serious.
That's serious enough though, because we're at the end of the season.
Yeah, um,
What's that, about 8 games?
yeah. It's gonna give Holland a time to shine. You know what I'm saying? Get some more minutes for Asar and Holland.
You
Uh,
know what I'd do if I was the coach? I would replace Hardaway with Sasser.
mm,
That way you keep all the rotation pieces in place.
got you.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
Sasser is going to be geeked because he ain't been playing and he wants to play and he wants
yeah,
to show what he can do.
yeah. Man, I'm really a fan of Sasser, and honestly, this is my first time in years. I don't have a Piston player that I want to get on or I don't like. All these guys, they play their role, they step up, occasionally. I feel like last year, like how you said, we got half the team is not on a roster right now. We got guys that weren't even capable of stepping up. Like they weren't even NBA caliber guys. We got to, call a spade, So just having the luxury that we got guys like Sasser, we could call Sasser might give you a 20 piece
He
easy.
might.
You wouldn't be shocked if you see Sasser drop 20 points. You
No,
wouldn't,
you would not.
and he's the end of the bench guy.
Right. Also, Fontecchio has been playing better. Like maybe that toe injury that he had at the beginning of the season was more serious than we thought. But now he's shooting and doing his
Yeah.
little whatever that is. I don't know
I
what
don't,
that
I don't
is.
know what that is either, man. I
I
don't know.
don't know what that is. But he be doing it. He be doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not mad at you with that start, Sasser. I don't think it's gonna happen. Um, but
If
but
he's smart, it's gonna happen. And he's smart, so it will happen.
Okay. Pops is calling it
Great,
first. Yeah.
great minds think alike.
Okay. Okay.
You know, I was a famous basketball coach too, you know, so that's what I would do. I
Okay.
would sass her up.
Okay.
I
Man,
would sass her
yeah.
up.
I think if we could take a blow anywhere, it was Tim Hardaway. You know what I mean?
True. Tim
Like
Hardaway or Fontecchio.
we got a lot of wings. We got a lot of hungry wings. You know, Hardaway is a pretty streaky shooter. You know what I'm saying? He's about one every 4 games. He was giving us a game where he'd be like, oh,
He's either hot or cold. He's either hot
yeah,
or cold.
yeah, you know,
But
so
but Beasley's the same way, you
yeah.
know. He's
Beasley's hot
streaky.
a lot more than he's not, though.
That's true. That's true.
Beasley is hot a lot more than he's
That's
not.
true. Like you say his name, I got a shimmy.
Yeah, 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 you gotta hit the Beasley shimmy, man. Um, what else I really want to talk about? Your boy Asar. Do you think he's a long-term starter?
Oh yes,
Okay.
with defense alone,
Yeah.
defensively alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
His
Even when Ivy come back, either replace Hardaway with Ivy or have Ivy come off the bench and run in the second unit.
yeah.
But Asar has to stay because when Asar went into the starting lineup, that's when we took off.
Yeah.
Since January 1st, we've got the number one defense in the damn NBA.
Mm,
Since January 1st, got the
mm,
number one defense in the league.
mm. Hey, Asar a beast, man. You know, when I watch Asar, uh, I don't know, man. I get a certain happiness in
he's
my
he's
heart, man. You know,
he's freaky athletic, man. He's
it,
freaky athletic, man. It's like the boy's an alien, you know.
yeah, him and his brother, man, they just levitate towards the rim. You know, they just all of a sudden they just take off and they just keep going toward their springs, they jumping ability, man, and they want to defend. You know,
Right.
they want to defend. They want to lock up your best defender. You know, that man SGA, man. I got to talk about SGA for a second.
He's a beast, man.
I haven't seen
He's a beast.
too much like SGA, man. They say he a foul merchant. SGA gets buckets, man. And anytime, you know, the manipulating the system and he feel a guy hand checking and he go up, that's just smart basketball. Don't touch him. You know what I'm saying? He's just using the system that's in place and he benefiting. You can't be mad at that, man. And he's one of the few offensive players I've seen that could consistently make Asar look stupid. You know, he just had Asar just salsa dancing all around the screen. I said, "Damn, Asar!"
Because he's just as athletic as Asar, and he's a little bit faster.
I,
He got better handles. Like if Asar gets some better handles,
yeah,
my goodness,
yeah, yeah,
my goodness.
yeah. I don't think he's as athletic as Asar now, but his handles and his skill, yeah, man. He's one highly skilled guy. What's your final predictions? Who you think is gonna end up
I
in the
think
final?
I think we're gonna stay in the sixth because of this Hardaway injury.
Mhm.
Unless Sasha goes off, we're gonna stay in the sixth. Play the Knicks. We're gonna beat the Knicks, and then we're gonna lose in the second round.
You think that second round gonna get us?
That's my prediction. Though I think it was the Nets back in 2001, 2002. They had the biggest turnaround from one year to the next in NBA history.
Mm-mm.
We win a few more games, we're going to pass that. But
Mm.
that year, the Nets went to the finals.
Wow.
So history might not repeat itself, but history rhymes.
Okay.
So let's see. The Pistons could possibly make the finals with a little luck.
Yeah. Hey man, a Pistons OKC,
with a little luck.
a Piston OKC final, man. That's my pick. I think OKC is going to the finals
Yeah, yeah,
this year, man. Denver still, of course, good. And
yeah.
the
Denver's
Lakers just
good, but they've been playing a little funny lately. They've been losing some games.
yeah, I like you said, you don't got the switch. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. A lot of times I feel like they just got the confidence, like, yeah, we can win easily. You know what I'm saying? But you got to go out there and play. All these other guys is really competing. But yeah, Lakers with Luca, definitely one of the dumbest trades I've seen is just getting
The
rid of that
dumbest
guy.
trade I ever seen. Yeah, it's the dumbest trade I ever seen,
I,
man.
I I
Like
can't believe they did that. Like what?
AD is good, man, but Luka's a generational talent.
Luca's generational. He's a like you said, he's a generational
A
seat filler.
generational
He gonna fill the
talent.
seats. He's good for business. He got the complexion for protection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The league gonna push a white guy that got that
yeah,
type of skill
yeah,
set. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
see why you would trade him. You know,
No, it makes no sense at all.
it seemed like the NBA
AD's
just wanted
AD's a
to.
good player, and if you're gonna trade him, you got to get the Fort Knox back. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna
Yeah,
trade Luka, you got to get Fort Knox back. You got to
yeah,
get twice your weight in gold back. And they got Anthony Davis. That was a start, but I didn't see no first round picks. I didn't see no auxiliary players. It looked like they just traded them straight up.
yeah, pretty much. And too. They snake bitten because Kyrie and AD both just going down.
I know, I
It
know.
was
If
terrible.
I had to pick a player, the first player I'd pick, it'd be Luca.
I'm
It'd be
not picking him
Luca.
over. I'm not picking him over SGA. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. But uh, another terrible trade they made is the boy that was on our team last year, Grimes. Grimes has been going crazy, and Dallas traded him to Philly too. Just for a guy. I think Grimes is averaging 25 points a game since he got to Philly. The guy they traded him for is averaging 4. Traded him, I think, Caleb Martin. He's averaging
Wow.
4 on Dallas. That gotta
Wow.
hurt. That gotta sting.
Wow.
Dallas.
I don't know why we gave Grimes in that other deal in the first place. I don't know why the Pistons gave Grimes because we needed that third guard.
Yeah,
And Grimes was not healthy, so we didn't get a chance to check him out.
yeah.
But we could have got that deal made without throwing Grimes in.
I think so too. Looking
Yeah.
at it, definitely Grimes over Hardaway right now, man, would be nice. That would be nice having Grimes in that starting lineup right now. But yeah, man, I hope you think Ivy's getting back for playoffs. You think Ivy will play this year?
I think if we get out of the second round, Ivy will play. Because first of all, he's got to get healthy. Then he's got to get basketball healthy,
Mm.
which takes some more time. He needs to, practice and, you know, non-contact drills and then full drills. And they're not gonna take a chance on him coming back before he's ready.
Mm.
So if we get past the second round, you ain't gonna be able to keep Ivy out of the game.
Nah,
You
nah.
ain't gonna be able to keep Ivy out of the game.
Mm. Yeah, man.
So let's cross our fingers. We have to beat the Knicks. I don't know who we got to beat after that, but we got to beat the Knicks. Then we beat the next team. Ivy will be back. And
You
just
know,
the energy that we will receive from him coming back could win that series for us.
you right. That sounds like a movie script to me, man. But it's very possible, man. Like you said, that energy Ivy will give us. You
Yeah.
know, honestly, I want to play these Pacers, man. I really
Yes.
cannot
Yes.
stand the Pacers.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Pistons can't stand the
Yes.
Pacers.
Yes.
We got a long history. That series right there would definitely feed families. It's definitely going to be Tech Central. you know, I really want to see them in the playoffs and beat them just so our guys could just talk shit. Because I know we're gonna talk so much smack to the Pacers, man. We really don't like them guys.
Like Moses Malone say, foe, foe, and foe.
Mm. Yeah, let's go out there and get it done,
Foe,
man.
foe, and foe.
Yeah, man. So I'm about to wrap this thing up.
All
Uh,
right.
you still got the big head. Your head has not shrunk
Like
this last year.
I let you talk about me like that because you did give me the money.
Mm.
You gave me the money, so like you didn't pay for the privilege to talk about me, but only so much.
So what you saying? I'm your boss?
Only
I'm your boss? Is that what you
yes,
saying?
you are. You signing the checks. You signing the checks. So that's the definition of the boss.
All right.
But there are limits even to that.
Okay. I still respect my employees, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here like the orange man with the tan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna abuse my power. I'm not one of them types. I'm not gonna cut education
Oh,
or do none of that, weird shit. But anyway, gotta ask you some words of wisdom. I'm a young man. It's a lot of, men out here, man, that I think need help with healthy masculinity. What do you feel like healthy masculinity looks like, Pops?
oh man, this toxic masculinity is out of the box. Like we've been taught as men that we're not supposed to be emotional. So what happens is when we do get emotional, it's out of the damn box
Mm,
because we didn't held it in for so long.
mm,
When we do express it, it's out of the damn box.
mm,
All these mass shootings and mass murderings, if
yeah.
it was women doing that shit, the headlines would say, "What's wrong with America's women?"
Mm,
But we ain't saying what's wrong with America's men because this is a male dominated society. We
mm,
need to put a little bit more femininity into it. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
So, emotions are important. In our Western culture, we downplay emotions, but the best decisions are made from the heart and the mind, not just the mind and not just the heart, but listen to your heart and your mind, and you'll come up with the best decision.
mm. That was a word right
Like
there.
only give you one. Like my contract says only one wisdom per show.
Okay. Okay. Well, we
If
are
you want more
blessed.
than one, you gotta.
I'm
But
blessed,
I'm
and
gonna throw you another one for free. I'm gonna throw you another one for free real quick here. Um, Talking about the orange madness, it's like a pile of shit in the road. Now you know what a pile of shit is. You don't have to step in it to know what it is. You
Mhm.
don't have to get down close to smell it. You don't need to inspect it. It's a pile of shit. Just walk around it. Don't sit there and be mesmerized by it and get sucked into it. Just step over it and keep it moving.
Mm. Yeah, I really wish we would have stepped over that shit, dodged that shit, man, and not go up to it, examine it. But we did even worse. We took care of that shit. We took it home. You know what I'm saying? We got the plastic bag, scooped this shit up, and took it back to the crib, and then
Took it home and made a sandwich out of it.
yeah, yeah, and then put it on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Put it right on your nightstand so you can sleep with it. Uh, just crazy thinking, and honestly, toxic masculinity led to that decision. And supporting it, and it's just
Right, right.
crazy that that's where a majority of people's mindsets are at, and just what we're reflecting. And now, America's just a laughing stock, man. But like how you said,
Yes,
making
yes, yes.
decisions with
It's
your
very
with
disappointing.
Oh, but yeah, just making decisions with your heart and your mind. One of the things with masculinity to me is I feel like a true man is always supposed to be in control of their emotions. And like you said, always do their best to make informed,
But
tactical
being in control of
decisions.
being control of them does not mean ignoring them.
No, it definitely doesn't. It definitely doesn't. And there's a time and a place, and
Yes, yes, yes.
you know, I'm not saying when you at home with your wife or your homeboy or your best friend, there's nothing wrong with telling them this just hurt me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Whether it's
right,
whether it's
right.
your job, the way you being treated, whatever it is, whatever's plaguing your heart, there's nothing wrong with coming to those people. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, in so many cases, we're bottling up. We're going to society, and that clerk might ring your order up wrong, and they're the ones that's getting the brunt of those emotions
Yeah,
that you're
and
harboring
then you go
inside.
off.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
and,
you go
and and
off.
then you're
No.
going off. So I'm definitely when I'm saying control, I'm not saying move around like a robot and I don't have any emotions. I'm not saying that, but definitely making sure that you got safe spaces, um, and got people around you that embrace that because there's nothing weak about a man expressing vulnerability at all. It's nothing weak about that at all, man. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. That's where I'm gonna leave it at, Pops. It's been a pleasure chopping it up with you. Folks, we not going nowhere. I got Pops his money, right? We got the contracts. Good. Pistons is headed to the playoffs for the first time in years. We are gonna be covering everything Pistons and playoffs. We back weekly. So make sure that y'all tuned into us. Y'all checking us out. Y'all like, commenting, subscribing. We taking our talents to TikTok too. All the videos will be on TikTok, man. So yeah, just consume, chop it up with us. I definitely want to create this platform, to have some open dialogue,